welcome back. I want to say thank you. I had it, there's a lot of you guys out there watching me, and one of you all write to my Hotmail and my email address and all that kind of stuff. And not all of you write online on the videos themselves. You write to me directly. And one guy, Don Nivam, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Don. He said that he found my channel a couple years back, and this gentleman said he had a stroke, which nobody wants to have. And he says he had to learn to walk all over again. He had to learn how to like talk, everything. He said he had to. It'd be like a child, I guess, starting over. And he wrote into me on my email, and he said one of the things, he said he found my channel 2 years ago, and he said that my channel was something that he just enjoyed and he loved, because he said he saw the pride and the passion in what I do here. And he said he wanted to give me the big thumbs up, and he wanted to say if it wasn't for my videos, that was a little bit of a reason he got through the boredom of I guess being stuck in bed and all the stuff. He said he looked forward to the videos and that. And Don, I want to thank you a lot. That means a lot coming from a guy like yourself. I mean, I'm just on YouTube for the hell of it. I mean, if I get subscribers, I get them. And if I don't, I don't. And maybe that's why I get so many, because I don't really give a shit whether I have them or not. I'm doing these videos, like I said, at day one. I'm only doing them so some of my customers can see what's going on with their cars. I don't do a lot of how-tos, which bothers me a bit. I wish I could do more how-tos, but the shop is so busy, we're so busy, we just don't have time to sit and film and show you guys how to do all this stuff. But changes are coming, people. Changes are coming. I know I've been saying this for a year or so. I'm one of these guys where if I say something's going to happen in 3 months, it's more like 6 months. It's just the way it is. But changes are coming soon, and you will get more how-to videos, because we are going to do a complete turnaround here in the shop. You're going to see new faces, and you're going to see some old faces maybe leave for some of the time. And no, it won't be so much Dave. It might be me. It might be. Anyway, let's show you. Let's catch you up, and let's show you what's been going on. At least let's do that. So we'll get out of the office. Which, if any of you have been paying attention over all the years of watching my videos, you remember there used to be flathead engines stacked along here. There used to be small block Chevys from 283s to 327s stacked along there. There used to be 289 and 302 stacked along here. Well, we're emptying out the office slowly. We've made a separate bay for all the engines and shit to go in. We're going to be cleaning the office up, and we're going to be doing a repaint in here and make it just make it more old school. We're not going to lose the stuff. The engines took a lot of room up. You don't need engines in an office. Well, maybe we'll build one up for a display. Anyway, okay. So if you all recall, Dean's Pontiac. Yes, we are back on Dean's Pontiac. What we're going to do here is we're going to get ready. Dr. Dave is going to get in here. We're going to get the doors off it. We're going to get all the firewall prepped, around the windshield prepped, the dash prepped, and we're going to get this bad boy painted up. Tartan turquoise. Sorry, tartan turquoise. We're going to get that all painted up. Even in the shop here, you might see some changes. We've hung some different photos up in different areas. You know, these are just photos I've taken out of magazines and shit like that and framed them. You know, we've repainted the walls white. We've taken the gray trim and painted it black. We're all about the black. We're either white or we're black here. That's what we're going for color theme. I've hung up some intakes up on top. Got my Packard taillights all sort of spread out over there. Got some Chrysler taillights. More Packards. Some flathead fin shit going on. Got some tri-power. And no, this is not repop. Not that there's anything wrong with repop, but these are the original. They're the original, the real deal from the day. Headers for flatties. Of course, the headers are repop. The intakes are not. Just starting to tidy up. As you can see, Lisa's been sanding down my cabinet. She's been repainting them. She's been adding some of her beautiful striping. I just tell her, just stripe whatever. You put whatever you want on there. I don't care. Let's just do it. So anyway, the Pontiac's on the go. And of course, we'll step outside here. And of course, all shops, you know, as much as I'm old school, we do buy some of these reproduction tin signs. You can see we got a few of those up hanging on the wall. I like to get the cool ones. I'll try and get the ones that are actually ones that were from the day, but whatever. So yeah, you can see here, jet skis galore. What do we got here? We got 3 jet skis over here. We got 2 jet skis over here. We're swamped of jet skis. Those of you that don't know, I have a contract for the guys up at Cultus Lake. I can't believe it, we discussed this once before, but they get a minimum 2 to 4 jet skis per weekend damaged. Guys running into each other, breaking them. So then they come to us and we got to do all the fiberglass repairs, spot paint them, and they're gone. And then probably the following weekend, I think he's got 16 of them. The following weekend, he's got more that guys have hit and cracked and broke again. And this is an ongoing thing from June to the end of September. And it keeps us quite busy doing that. Now we'll go in here. As you can see, this is the rear bumper for the Monte Carlo. We're getting all the bumpers ready for it. We got the these are the Datsun. Remember the Datsun? You guys might have saw that when it came in, the little 70 Datsun. We've been working on that. Here's the front nose for the Monte Carlo, Jake's Monte Carlo. Getting that shit all kind of done and finished up. Beautiful temperatures down here. Must be close to God, I don't know what it would be right now. Can't even imagine. Anyway, okay, Casey's car. I know Casey's out there watching the videos. Casey wants his car back by the end of October, and I'm actually getting started on it here next week. I started clearing some of the stuff away from it to drag it into the shop. And you remember, if you don't remember, if you're new subscribers, whatever you might be, go back, watch the videos. We put a full floor in Casey's car. We made all the quarter panel pieces down in here where you're looking. And now what we got to do next is, you can see, remember the rear pan is rotted out. And of course Pontiac is different than Chevy, so you cannot buy this. And it's not a big deal. Well, I shouldn't say it's not a big deal. It's a lot of work, but I built the one on Dean's car. So because I've got Dean's car here up in the bay there, you just looked at, they're the same. So I can just copy that one and build another one. And of course this brace here is the brace that goes underneath this area along here. Now here's the charger. The charger's under cover. And we got Chris is in here wiring it up, putting a whole new wiring harness in it. Now if you remember people, this charger came into me. This guy bought this car, it came out of Texas, and it is rough. I'm sorry if Steve's out there watching, but this car looks like someone's taken a hammer to it from front to back everywhere, except the floors are rust free in it. The quarter panels are rusty though. He brought it into me. He said, see if you get it running. We got it running. So what we've done, like I said in several videos, we've gone through the engine. We just put a new fresh gasket kit in it just to, stop any leaks. We got a new radiator in there. The differential's all rebuilt now. The transmission's rebuilt. New torque converter. All new tune-up parts. New wiring kit going in. Went through the suspension. Put all new suspension in it. It's coming along. Are we doing the body on this car? No, we are not. Now, you saw the quarter panel on the other side. I welded the quarter panel on the other side because down in here you can see, I can't get back here far enough, but if you can see down there, the car came with this quarter panel down in there. It came with that patch, and I welded it on because the car it was all rotten there, and it was hanging out with sharp edges of metal. And I'm a licensed vehicle inspector. Yes, I'm licensed in something. And when you get a vehicle inspection here in Canada, which he needs because the car's out of Texas, it has to be mechanically safe, and it cannot have any protruding rust. You cannot fail it for all the dents. You can't do fuck all about the dents, that's not a fail. But it cannot have protruding rust. Now the quarter panel is full of Bondo. Up above, it's got a lot of body filler in it. And I said to him, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to start grinding this filler out? It's not rusting up there, but it's got a lot of filler. Do you want me to grind it out? And he said, no, just weld in the patch down below, get rid of the rust. Good enough, I don't want to do that right now. I just want to get the car running. And that's what I did. And of course, there was a gentleman that wrote in, we're not going to call names, but I'm sure all you guys have read the things. He wrote in and said, oh, what a shitty job. You put a patch in like that, blah, blah. I wouldn't have done it that rate. Now, he's right. The quarter panel's full of body filler. It should have had a whole complete quarter panel. But the customer does not want me to put the quarter panel on. He's going to deal with the rest of the body maybe later in life. Maybe he's not. I don't know what the fuck he's going to do with the car. He told me what he wanted me to do. I cut it out. I welded a new panel on the bottom that came with the car. I did what I was told to do because the customer's the boss. I didn't start saying, well, fuck you, I'm going to grind a whole quarter panel off and put a new quarter panel on. That's not what we do here. That's maybe what some other shops do, and that's how they get your money, but that's not what we do. We do what you tell me to do, and that's what he told me to do. Now, is the rest of the quarter panel rusty? No, the rest of the quarter panel is actually mint. It's just got body filler in it. Somebody hasn't bothered to hammer the dents out properly, so they just smeared it in body filler. So, anyway, in my own defense, to our frequent guy that writes in, my own defense, it is not the right way. You are 100% right. But I did what he told me to do, and I did it right. I welded the patch in. The patch I did turned out beautiful. It looks awesome. But the rest of the quarter panel, agreed, is shit. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not the boss. That's the one thing you got to remember. That's where so many shops go wrong. So many shops bring your car in there and they fucking just start doing shit that you don't even know about. Next thing you know, you go there and they're like, yeah, you owe me a couple $1,000. The money you gave me is gone. You're like, what the hell? And that is how shops get bad names. I call the customer up and I say, look, just like I called Steve, I said, the fucking quarter panel's full of Bondo. It's full of mud. They should have a new quarter panel. He said, is it rusted up there though? And I said, no. I said, but there's a lot of Bondo up there. He said, just do the patch down below, leave it alone, do the body work over the patch, make it look okay. That's all I want. I just need to get it through the inspection. I'll deal with the body later in life. All right then. I did what I was supposed to do. So there we go. So that's what's going on with the Charger. Wiring's going together and we're getting there slowly. Chris is going to town here. As you can see, the dash is gutted. Now, of course, while the dash is gutted, we will sand the dash down because you can see we've also got the windshield. We've got the windshield out of the car because it was broken, so it needs a new windshield. While the windshield's out, we'll clean all the dash up, sand it all down. We'll repaint the whole dash a nice satin black, and then Chris can finish wiring it and putting it together. And then we'll paint the column and put the column in. But that's it, because the customer doesn't want me to put carpeting in. He doesn't want me to put a headliner in. He doesn't want me to put door panels on. And guess what? He's the fucking boss, so I'll do what he says. But the car will run, it will drive, it'll go out of here mechanically safe and sound, be able to drive it back to Texas instead of trailer it, be able to drive it wherever he wants, and I did what I was supposed to do. So there you go. Now, if you all remember the 36 Ford ragtop, well, here we go. I've started on it. We've got the front sheet metal off it, as you can see, and the radiator's out and all that kind of good stuff. We're in the midst of unbolting the body right now, and then we're going to get her in the shop there, get it set up on the hoist, and let the hoist lift the body off. No point us wasting our energy. Let the hoist lift it off, and then we'll set her down on one of our trusty carts, and then we've got the frame that we can deal with. So the 36 Ford is coming along quite well, and that's that. So that is about all I've got to show you guys today for updates. That's what's going on. It's always a good time here at Old Time, except for in this goddamn heat. I want to thank all my subscribers. Dawn, especially, thank you so much for the nice, kind words and the write-in. I appreciate that. With fellows like yourself writing stuff like that to me, it keeps us going more and more every day. Like I say, look forward to the future for things changing here at Old Time Garage. Don't worry, we're still going to be here for a while, I think. The shop's not going anywhere. The business isn't going anywhere. Just some of us are going to change roles here. Okay, guys, remember, it's always a good time at Old Time. See you next time.